Today on the episode of To North Bay with Love, we have somebody who, has a hard job. Has a really hard job. And that is fighting crime. Now, your brain probably went right to, a police officer. But this is not a police officer. We have Shad Man on the show. And, he wants to get the word out. He wants you to stay in school. And it was an awesome chat. He brought up a project that he's working on at Nipissing University that I didn't even cross my mind. But when he brought it to light, I was like, why are we not investigating this? Why are we not? So there it is. He's on the show. Let's get into that. Before we do, let's thank one of our major sponsors, the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation. Thank you so much for your continued support. I'm Lisa Bueve, and this is To North Bay with Love.
Dear North Bay, as a single mom and full-time student, life can feel overwhelming and budgets are always tight. But one thing I never question is how deeply I care about my community. When I began volunteering at the North Bay Regional Health Center, I saw firsthand how much the healthcare system means to people, especially when life takes an unexpected turn. It made me think, what if it was my child, my parent, or my friend that was in need of care? That's when I realized I wanted to do more, to be part of something bigger than myself. I joined the I Give monthly club because even a small monthly gift can have a meaningful impact, helping ensure everyone in our community has access to the care they need right here at home. If you believe in strong, local health care, I hope you'll join me. Sign up at nbrhcfoundation.ca or call 705-495-8125. It's simple and it matters. With gratitude, Kim Cosgrove.
We're rocking and rolling here in the studio with Shad Man.
Hello, Lisa. Shad Man, pretty much North Bay's only superhero.
And okay, I've seen your name with a hyphen, but also without. How do you spell your name? We want to get it right.
A capital S, capital M, hyphen in between there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shad Man.
Fully copyrighted.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah. Seek justice, resist evil, stay in school. That's my motto.
Done.
I want something that people can really action in their own lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you're aged out though for school? Like, do you have something for that's for the younger generation?
We're all learners, Lisa. Come on.
We never stop learning.
That's right. That's
okay,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to embrace that.
Dang.
Always growing, always learning.
Yeah.
Always resisting evil.
Yeah. If you had a really good piece of advice, what would be your best piece of advice if you would
seek justice, resist evil, stay in school.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Anything for your Shad friends, compadres, your buddies, it's the height of Shad season. Right
it
now.
is.
So I didn't know if you hung out with them at all.
I don't know if you're talking about the Shad flies themselves, or if you're talking about the superhero community.
Yes, the superhero community.
Superhero community.
Yes.
Oh well, let me tell you, I'm a member.
Yep.
Of the Justice League of Superheroes.
Okay.
That's all the bigwigs. I'm not a full, voting member. That's for your Supermans, your Batmans, your Wonder Womans.
Okay.
Then there's reservists.
Okay.
People who are called in for emergencies or for special capacities that they have. So maybe there you'd have your airwave, your lightning lad, and then there's technically they call us interns.
Okay.
I'm an intern, so I'm not It's still very important.
Right.
I'm not a voting member, per se.
Yeah.
But it was like, something that might happen is I'll be called in for monitor duty, and I'm watching the monitors worldwide, seeing what's going on, seeing if there's any threats, super villains, and then I'm instructed, if I want, if I see anything important, we like to razz each other a lot. They say, Shad Man. Make sure to call a real superhero from a real city. And, that's how we roll. We're jazzy
but
like that.
But you're just joking.
Yeah,
it's just
of course.
it's not okay.
And I had a superhero, like a communicator, that I
Okay.
could talk to all of them. Yeah,
Like a beam me up, Scotty, kind of like a
it
transponder.
was like a handheld,
Okay.
and had a screen, and
Yeah.
I was sending a lot of memes. Aquaman loved them. He sent like the little laughy emoticon, but
Totes.
until he blocked me.
Okay.
That's and I don't have that communicator. They asked me to give that back.
Oh, you had to give it back.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe someone else needed it. Maybe it wasn't it was just a.
Let me tell you something, Lisa. And I don't want to start any rumors here, but there is not a superhero intern of whom I'm aware.
Yeah.
That has brought Wonder Woman's dry cleaning to the dry cleaner as often as frequently as I have.
I mean.
I think you and I
Pretty
both
awesome.
know we know what that means.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to start any rumors.
Let's not. I mean, you want to
But
remain.
you know
I know what you're saying.
What this implies.
Yeah, I'm picking up. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you said you had a really cool story about the shadfly signal.
That's.
Like, how do people? I mean, what if we need your services?
So I have sort of a superhero infrastructure for myself.
Okay.
So it's the good people at Trinity United Church downtown North Bay.
Yep.
I have my Shad lair in the steeple of Trinity United Church.
Okay.
Where I can see where
Yeah.
I'm all seeing. It's like the eye, the eyes of the good guys, looking out for us.
Right.
And so I have, that's my headquarters.
Okay.
As it were.
And is that Reverend Ted Harrison? Ted Harrison.
Reverend Ted. Yeah,
Okay.
he's the Sunday morning guy there.
Okay. That's very nice of him. I mean, to let you have your lair.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
all
are
right.
you?
He's
I can't imagine what the rent would be in a place like
okay.
that's a whole steeple. I mean,
there's no real rental agreement. I think it's the good people of Trinity United Church. It's
Yeah.
sort of their way of supporting my my one man campaign
Right.
against crime.
right.
So it was some years ago. It was actually when Mayor Al McDonald was the mayor of North Bay that we arranged to have a Shad signal. So I had a GoFundMe.
Okay,
And
okay.
the Sunday school kids they contributed to that. And it was to have a Shad signal from the North Bay City Hall that would shoot up in the sky and be the Shad the symbol on the clouds, and at least in concept, you were supposed to be able to see this from space, Lisa. It was going to be very, very impressive.
Yeah.
We launched it
Yeah.
5 summers ago, maybe. I think it was even might have been in COVID times. You want to give people hope.
Yeah.
And that was during shadfly season, and we hadn't foreseen that. During shadfly season, it was at night, of course. You'd see the signal, and the shadflies immediately gravitated to the shad signal.
They like the light, yeah.
You couldn't even see. You couldn't even see it.
It was, yeah.
And I've wondered honestly whether that contributed to Mayor Al not running again for office. Because he had really invested himself.
That's right. Yeah, and to have something that big and then just not,
Yeah.
actualize and
So
that's a little embarrassing.
He didn't talk to me again, and
Shoot.
I presume the signal's still there. Mayor Peter Chirico, he never calls.
Right.
So,
we got to get on. We got to get on that. Then I mean, there's a shout out to the mayor. Let's get it. We got to try it again.
Yeah.
There's got to be something. I'm thinking, Shad Man. Like if they put, I don't know what, but even if they put a cage over this signal to kind of know, because the shads they're little.
Yeah.
They can get through
Yeah.
and they'll just blanket it, and then there's no
we
signal.
that was a really big hill to climb. We just
it's a good idea.
So my next thought is a Shad Mobile.
Okay. Okay.
That it would be. We'd get the Shad signal on the side.
Yes.
And I'm not thinking about the grappling hook or that it drops a oil slick or anything like that. That could be very expensive. I'm not thinking about a tank. I was just thinking about maybe a used a Toyota, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
It would be less
RAV4 or something
less for fighting crime than maybe for
dropping off dry cleaning.
Dry cleaning.
I mean, if you had an SUV,
take out,
take out. There you go. You could,
and I would, any takeout restaurants would feel a lot, feel safer because I'd be coming around there.
Yeah, and you could. I mean, when you're not fighting crime, you could do like skip the dishes or something like that. You could deliver pizza. No, is that not really? I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I'll be honest. The superhero gig does not pay, in any traditional way. So I have thought about, product endorsements, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Was that the design for the on what you have here? Is that your symbol? Like that's the symbol that was going to be in the sky?
Well, yes.
Before,
that's the signal right there. Yeah.
That's the signal. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, the Shad Mobile, that's a long-term project. I'd have to do some GoFundMe. I'd have, probably one of the stages I'm going to need to get my driver's license. And I assume there's a process, to undertake towards that,
you'd have to, write a written exam, and then you'd have to kind of do some driving lessons. Do you drive now? Do you?
No,
of course.
But I would do that.
Yes.
I'd follow all the steps.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing here. I mean, I can't help but notice the rippage. You're ripped. Got these muscles, muscles here,
Okay,
Sun's out, guns out.
Well, I'm.
Hey now,
Well, I'm glad to hear you say this, Lisa, because part of my appearing on your show and part of my going out to, I go to a lot of sort of festivals. I go to the coldest night of the year. I go out to the Pride March. I show up at the farmers market, and part of this is because people are intimidated by me. I'm hey, I know that podcasts are a famously visual medium, but I'm about 6.5 feet tall. I'm about 240 pounds of carved beefcake.
Right.
I'm wearing a Kevlar, a tight knit Kevlar.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah. And so it's intimidating. It's intimidating for people,
Absolutely.
And when I really think there's a sense in which I'm a victim of my own success because, I want to intimidate evildoers.
Sure.
Of course.
Sure.
They're a cowardly and superstitious lot.
Yeah.
But then, I don't want to scare the good citizens of
your
North
fans.
Bay.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So I go and I take I take the selfies with them. I try to smile. Sometimes I can feel that energy. Sometimes children will run away.
Yeah.
Dogs will become very surly.
Wow.
But it feels important to do those selfies. So I'll pull them in anyways. And sometimes I'll get bit by dogs. Well, sometimes even the children. But it feels like that selfie is worth it, and
it's true.
Perseverance is part of my.
And you got the Kevlar to protect you from the bites of the the bullets and the bites. Is this a gym? Do you work out at the gym, or is this just? Are you doing push-ups up in the steeple? You doing pull-ups around the bell?
Some of it is I'm sort of a human shadfly hybrid. So it's many of the gifts of the shadfly. They come to me just quite naturally. That it's genetic. I'm just
okay.
I've fallen backwards into this, and I'm trying to, do the right thing.
Do you? I mean, talking about this community, and obviously, like you say, you describe, and people who this is video, we do have video on YouTube. People can go to our YouTube channel and watch it.
Oh,
but some people don't. They prefer to. Right here. Yeah, look right there. There it is. Ta-da!
Hey, hey, good looking.
So if people are watching this, you have a unique style and a unique look. Have you experienced any prejudice or anything in the community, or are people generally really open to you as Shad Man and to your capabilities?
I do have that shad smell.
Okay.
But I think the good people of North Bay, people who have been here for a while, they know that's. Yeah. This is the greenest. This is the most verdant life-giving time of year, and that smell of shad flies, that's the smell of virility, Lisa.
Yeah. I mean, more shad flies, better, healthier lake. I've heard that.
Yes, a sign of a very healthy ecosystem. Exactly.
You know what just came to mind when you said you have the smell? I'm thinking, product. If you had a product placement, if you had like a sponsor, like Axe or something, you could that further step towards your Shad Mobile.
I'm further ahead of you than that. Okay. I'm thinking about a body spray that has the smell of the shad fly.
Virility.
Because what else? What else would you like? That a couple young lovers walking down the boardwalk.
The boardwalk.
North Bay, with the crunch of shad flies under their feet,
the swirl
and the smell, and they're thinking, love. They're thinking, this is very powerful stuff.
I put some Barry White on. You know what I mean? She getting okay. So what? So you say you've been at events in the community. Do you have a really fun story maybe of like just a fun time? Like, what is there something that really stands out at an event you were at maybe, or like something that just good memories,
Fun times. I mean, it's all fun. I love to meet the fans. Lisa. So I spend a lot of time, and I like to reassure many of our people at the farmers market that I'm watching. That I'm making public appearances so that they're not scared when they see me in action.
Right.
But that I'm always around. I'm watching.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, interesting because our producer Ben here. You saw him. You saw him, at another event, but you kind of said, "Hey, Ben Sargent," and he was like, "Whoa, how do you know my last name?" And I was like, "He's like Santa Claus. Like you're always watching."
Like Santa Claus. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Spring is here, and that means one thing. Baseball is back. At Source for Sports North Bay, we're proud to be part of every pitch, every catch, and every moment that brings our community together on the diamond. Whether it's outfitting little leaguers for their very first game, helping local teams suit up for the season, or simply sharing the love of the sport, we're here for it. We're more than just a sports store. We're neighbors, coaches, teammates, and fans. And we're proud to support the leagues, schools, and families who make North Bay's baseball scene so special. Wherever your sports journey takes you, make sure you visit Source for Sports North Bay at 1321 Fisher Street so we can help you along your way.
North Bay's turning 100, and what a time to be here. From the buzz of the Heritage Parade to sunset concerts at the waterfront, the city is alive with celebration. And you know who's right in the middle of it all? Homewood Suites by Hilton North Bay. We're proud to be a part of this milestone moment. Whether you're coming home from a family reunion, planning a gathering with friends, or just simply making the most of everything the Centennial has to offer, our doors are open. Stay in a spacious suite that feels like home, with a full kitchen to cook in, room to relax, and a space to unwind after a full day of fun. Are you hosting something bigger? Our event spaces and amazing local partners like the Grand and Stock Transportation make it easy to bring people together. Best of all, they're just steps from the action. The fireworks, the food trucks, the music, the laughter, it's all right here. Celebrate 100 years of North Bay with us. Use code Centennial to save on your stay anytime this year. Be at home with Homewood Suites by Hilton North Bay. Join the party today at 495 Oak Street West or give us a call at 705-495-3000.
There's a young artist who took a picture of me, made a picture of me.
Yeah.
Okay? So maybe
put it right in the camera.
Maybe you'd like
show
to
it right in the camera right there. Oh,
okay.
oh.
So maybe for the sake the sake of the listening audience, do you want to?
That's gorgeous.
You could sort of. You could
okay.
describe what it is you're seeing there, and I'll tell you what I see, because I met the artist, the young woman.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay, how old was she?
4 or 5 years old.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this looks
It's a portrait.
It's a portrait. It is. It's a beautiful portrait. I watched The Crown. I don't know if you watched The Crown. The Crown. It was on Netflix. And
story of. I've got Reverend Ted's Netflix password.
I was just gonna say, he had mentioned that actually. We bumped into each other, and I was saying I was having you on, and he says, it's interesting because we love that he's up there in the steeple, and it's wonderful, but he doesn't know how you got that password. So I guess now you've just outed
Reverend
yourself.
Ted's Netflix password is password.
Shoot. Okay, well, now.
Yeah, so I figured that out. So I'm sorry, I interrupted you talking about The Crown.
Well, okay, The Crown, see, because there was an episode where Churchill gets his portrait painted by a famous artist.
Oh, yes.
And he doesn't like it because it's very real. It's very, very real.
Oh, and
Churchill
he was
wants
jowly.
To, yes.
Yeah.
Very old, very kind of real. Didn't like it, burned it, had a new one done.
Well, see,
do you love this? Because this
I think this is great.
It's adorable.
But you can see her impression of me. Do you see that the eyes are massive?
Yes,
the eyes are really big.
One eye in particular.
Yeah, one eye, like right in the center. So I thought of this when you said, like like Santa Claus, because I'm like Santa
Yes.
Claus, but I'm kung fu ready, and he's got these big eyes, and it sort of tells you the vigilance.
Yeah.
She senses
Absolutely.
the vigilance.
She does.
And
Yeah. Now-
there's a picture of me with the artist, and you could see, she's smiling. She's putting, she's like,
You are very happy in here.
She's putting on a brave face, but you can also feel her fear.
Yeah.
Because I think people, when they're in my presence, it's like I'm sculpted out of the pure Canadian shield.
Right.
And people can feel that, they feel that I'm ready. I could tell you about the mixed martial arts that I practice, but people feel that energy. They feel they're in the presence of just a coiled spring
You could like
of
drop,
kinetic
kick them,
fury.
boom, 2 seconds down. Yeah.
And so there's, this is why I need to work the public.
That's right. Yeah. Because these hands are formidable hands.
Oh, you see that?
She
Yeah,
drew
yeah,
on
it's
here.
all
This
knuckles,
picture
right?
is, that's right.
Yeah.
You don't even need, there's no brass ring there. I mean, this is just boom. This is down.
That's
KO.
just,
down.
Pure
and your legs
Shad
as
Man.
well. Look at the strength of these legs, like these quads that she drew here.
Yeah,
that's a thick leg
it's a
right there.
It's an
Tree
accurate
trunk.
depiction.
It's
You
beautiful.
can really feel it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. We're gonna put that. We'll put it up as we talk about it, so that people can see it.
You need to do that.
Yeah. So we got where you live. We got your. Now I do have a question here, because I know when I see little shadflies around the city, your antennae. They have little, but they don't. Yours are very. You have the big yellow kind of balls at the end there. Is that like, is it a sensory? Is this always? Is this like a matrix?
If I walk into something, you see, I can feel it. I can feel it. So I could do that in the dark too.
Yeah. And does this give you information? You know how, like in Terminator, right? He's got that doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and he looks at somebody and it goes, is that what your antennae are doing?
No, I don't.
They're just, just kind of help you not bump into things.
No, that's a movie, Lisa.
Right. That would be the high tech. That would be the, what do you say, the voting members, maybe, who get that superpower.
The full up,
Yeah. Okay,
Batman, maybe,
Maybe. It's Batman sense or something. Spider-Man, the Spidey sense. Do you have a sense? A shad?
Like you're
can
asking about
sense
you're asking about my superpowers?
Yeah, like can you sense danger or, bad doers in the city?
Well, I do have, so I've got superpowers. I'm a hybrid, shadfly human being, Shad Man.
Shad Man, right?
That's who I am, and my powers are at their absolute zenith, really, right now in the height of shadfly season. And there are a number. Do you want an example of my?
I would love one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know how shadflies. Like at night, you'll see that they gather underneath the lights. And They stay absolutely perfectly still. So you might have to describe this. I know some people can see this, and they're going to have the advantage over the ones who can't, because watch this. I can just sort of.
Okay.
So maybe you should describe this.
Yeah, so you're sitting so still right now. I don't want to bore your listeners, but I can sit here for a really, really long time. Like a rock, part of the Canadian Shield. And so
and what will happen is that my heart rate will slow.
Yes.
Slightly.
Okay.
And I could be there so long. It's like sort of falling into a. I could even doze off really. Mm-hmm. So really, admittedly, the applications to crime fighting for that are.
I was just going to ask. What's the benefit? Yeah.
They're limited.
Okay. Yeah. What would?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. What would be the benefit of is maybe so you can pounce, or is it kind of a stalking?
What I talked about the Shad Mobile, and I really think that's a viable idea. But another one, like when you see a shad fly, you can see it. And it has wings, but it's just not doing anything, right? So have you ever done this? You're a North Bay girl, born and bred, right? You take that shad fly and you flick it off. You flick it off,
them. Yeah,
and they fly off, right?
Sure.
They because they can fly.
Yeah.
I assume that I've got the same capacities, but the flick would have to be maybe like sort of some kind of a catapult.
Sure.
you know,
cannon or something like out of like a shot put
yeah,
or something.
a catapult or I like the suggestion of a cannon. Yeah,
Sure.
And so I presume, you know, if we had one of those, and so, you know, that's another you know, vein in which you know, and we'd have to, you know, aim the cannon, but I think I could probably do that.
That could be cool for your GoFundMe page. I'm just going to say, you know, people go fund you to be shot out of a cannon to see.
That's maybe more sexy than the car for the drive-throughs.
I mean, I think the car is a cool idea, especially with your logo on it and stuff like that. But maybe you fundraise to be shot out of a cannon so we can see if you can fly.
I think we should do that.
Land
you know, like
somewhere. Land, like stick the landing.
So let's just tell your listeners to to keep their ears open.
Yeah.
Because I think this interview is going tremendously
This
well.
is awesome.
I think
You're a natural. This is fantastic. Hey, does Shad Man have a Facebook page or like an Instagram or something we can tell the folks to go to? Or no? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Is that something I should do? You think
I would
want
suggest
some presence?
Sure.
Because there's Shad signal, but
I would say
it never
Instagram.
worked.
I think you know the young. If you want to get the younger demographic, I don't know that they're on the Facebook, the Book of Faces, too much anymore. I think they've got them migrated over to Instagram. So might be a good idea.
You're red hot here, Lisa. I'm thinking Superman has his Lois Lane. Maybe Shad Man has his Lisa Boyven.
I could be Shad Man's assistant for sure. I could be like, all right, I could get all your things in the calendar, your social engagements. You know, I could be like your agent. Be like, hello, I'm sorry, he's not available right now.
Yeah,
he's in the steeple. He's doing pull-ups and he's not available.
He's busy. He's the Netflix
keeping the guns going.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've still got to see the crown you were talking about.
That's right. You got to see that portrait. It wasn't very flattering. Of Churchill.
No.
So I could see why he was kind of like, you know.
He's kind of a grouchy old jowly. Yeah.
Wait, so what do you got going on next? Like, do you have how many appearances are you doing in a year? Like, are you just jam packed? Is your schedule just
I'm
full up?
I'm all over.
Okay.
Know? I do a lot of that sitting still too, because that's exercising a part of myself.
Yes.
But well, I'm doing a team up right now with Clean, Green, Beautiful North Bay.
Harriet Madigan and crew.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They've been in here. They've been on the podcast.
We're very close. Yeah. So there are these other cities, the with their superheroes. Like, let's just take Metropolis City with Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every week, I mean, practically every week, there's an alien invasion. And they have to redirect traffic.
Yeah.
It upsets people. Things get wrecked.
Sure.
Try to find a stable Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah, forget it. No.
Metropolis City. Superman can keep Metropolis City, as far as I'm concerned, right?
Yeah.
Take your Gotham City. Gotham City, Lisa. It's nighttime. It's always nighttime there.
Yeah.
23 and a half hours a day. It's nighttime.
Dark.
Yeah. And it's all underworld.
Yeah.
Crime-ridden, dirty,
dreary.
Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah.
Then look at your North Bay.
Yeah.
Clean, green, beautiful North Bay. Where we got the communities in bloom going on.
Yes.
Like, this is the kind of city.
Yeah.
That a superhero can be proud of.
Absolutely.
So I'm encouraging people to take part in the garbage cleanups, to make their gardens beautiful. I will take care of the supervillains,
right, the crime.
The aliens, the mad scientists.
Okay.
When's the last time you saw an alien, a mad scientist, or a supervillain here in North Bay?
Don't even know.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
You are
boom
welcome.
Yep.
So everybody else can do their part and keep it beautiful.
That's right.
Make me the envy of all those top tier
the top tier
superheroes.
That's right. Well, hey, listen, I think you're top shelf.
Why? Thank you.
Looking after our community.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. I thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
Hey.
I'm glad you found the time, because, as you say, I mean, it is the height of shadfly season, and so you're busy.
But I have a lot of energy. This time of year.
You're at your height, and it's not too smelly in here right now, so it's good.
Yeah, I was going to tell you about one of my latest projects. I'm doing sort of an investigation.
Oh.
And it's at Nipissing University.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that anything untoward is happening at Nipissing University. I'm not saying it's that it's not happening either.
Okay.
Because what I've been noticing is let me go through some some super villains for you. You just see if you see a connection here.
Okay.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
Dr. Evil. Professor Death Ray. Maybe that's enough right there. Do you see what the similarity is there?
Yeah. Well, they're doctors.
Yeah.
They've all
There's some kind of a
degree or
granting
PhD
institution
yeah.
that's been lending legitimacy to supervillains. They're really aiding and abetting a tremendous evil. And so
never thought about
I am
that.
trying to find which institution and why not start right in your backyard, if they're helping this to happen.
Yeah.
Shouldn't there be some I'm disturbed. Shouldn't there be some responsibility on the part of a university, a degree granting institution? So like take Professor Death Ray, for example. If you had a student who was, coming and studying science at your school and his last name was Death Ray.
Would you not be suspicious?
And if he's developing, let's just say he's developing, a radiation-based weapon.
Right.
Don't you feel like you have some responsibility here?
Yeah.
That I think we should be screening for super villainy.
Right. Yeah.
And Professor Death Ray. So I presume someone has offered him tenure.
And he's obviously teaching those skills, those villain skills, to others.
Yeah. And I really something about that feels wrong.
I mean, not to bring attention to your smell again, but something does smell fishy. If see what I did there? You see what I did?
You turned it around.
Okay. That's a very good project.
Well,
I think that's very, very smart of you to do
Yeah.
that, because that is something that I didn't even think of that.
Well,
I didn't even think of that.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Lisa. And so,
Yeah.
seek justice, resist evil, stay in school. We can all do these things. Maybe the supervillains, maybe they shouldn't be in school.
Is it a lonely existence? Because heavy is the head. That wears the
crown.
The crown of keeping villains at bay. Is it a...
To whom much is given, much is expected, Lisa.
Like Spider-Man, with
No,
great
no,
responsibility comes...
Shad,
No, what is it? With great...
I said that.
Did you say that?
I just said it now.
What did you... Okay, say yours again. What did you say?
I don't remember.
What did Spider-Man... He said, with great power comes great responsibility. But yours was even better. You said...
I'm sure whatever I said
you said.
was superior.
Yeah, it was, totally.
Respect.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing. Are you... I don't know. Is it lonely? Are you maybe looking for Madam Shadfly? Shad lady?
Well,
Shad lady? Shad woman? Shad gal?
I like
don't know.
Lisa. You seem...
I mean...
I
don't have superpowers
when
like
I say
you,
that
though.
Superman has his Lois Lane. She doesn't have powers, right? And
all right. Well, maybe,
she just has an incisive mind, just like you do. She's a journalist. She's looking for the truth, just like you, Lisa.
Yeah, especially with those professors and those Dr. Evils.
I think we have a future together, Lisa.
Right,
I think you and I.
Let's do coffee after the show. Well, is there anything else Shad Man would like to add to this podcast? How would you sign off? How does Shad Man sign off to his fans? If you want to do it right to the camera, or I don't know, if you have a message.
You know my motto, Lisa.
Yep, go ahead. Friends,
good citizens of North Bay, seek justice, resist evil, and stay in school.
Apparently I might be getting a call to go for dinner with Shad Man. I don't know. I think he's crushing on me a little bit. I think he wants me to be his Lois Lane. I don't know when I find the time. That's the only thing, you know what I mean? I've got a few jobs, but not gonna lie. The guns were they were pretty impressive, Could do worse. Fabulous hybrid man to speak with. As you can see, he has many capabilities, many superpowers, and he is in the steeple at Trinity United Church. So there's that. I also, if you have any suggestions about how they can make the Shadfly signal work, because it's a big oops right there. I didn't even think about that. Of course, in the height of Shadfly season, they would just blanket it like a big old woolen blanket, and there goes the call. So there's that. Oopsie. Anyway, he was a blast. He was really fun. If you see him out in the community, make sure to get a selfie with him because, as he said, he's pretty intimidating. But once you get to chat with him, he's really, really nice guy. Hey, what else do I have to tell you? I know. You have to go to our website. northbayecho.ca. Check out the other podcasts that are there. You can sign up for our newsletter, Echo Essentials. I think that's it. Now, if you see shad flies, it is the height of the season. And if you see them, now you're going to think of Shad Man and maybe not squish them under your shoe. I'm outie. I'm walking home. It's a gorgeous day. I love our city. And I love you guys. Take care. Until next time, much love, North Bay.